Hey, how you doing? I'm Scott. This is one of the CoolToys studios. Now, this video is a four-part type thing. We are showing you a little bit of the behind the scenes of CoolToys, how we do it and what we've got. Now, we're in a treated room. These walls are filled with acoustic insulation. If you watched the Acoustablock episode of CoolToys, you know that it is Acoustablock filled with what's called quiet fiber. It's a rock mineral wool fiber spun out of metal and rock that is fire resistant, and it's really good at keeping things quiet. This studio is right underneath the approach path for Long Beach Airport, and throughout this video you will not hear an airplane go by. Now, in the room, panels like this help block some of the echo. So what our goal is to get the studio quiet enough where we don't need to use these microphones any longer. It very much would simplify the process if we had the soundtrack right in the camera, especially on single camera operations. Now, two camera, it's a little different story, and we are now going to a two camera show. We just picked up from Canon the brand new Rebel SL2. We got it for a couple of reasons. The first is it's got HDR video, so our outside shooting should be better. What HDR does is it takes an underexposed video and an overexposed video and combines them so that the very bright lights are dimmer and the very dim dark spots are brighter, and then it makes it look like a better picture. This camera has all of the features of the 80D at about half the price, so we decided we'd give it a try. It's basically the same chip, so we're going to shoot this camera side by side with our 70D, which is the DSLR we have been using. We have a 5D Mark II for outside shooting, and for some of the better episodes we have a Canon C100. We've shot with a Red. We bring in some outside operators sometimes for the bigger shows with better cameras. And of course we've got GoPros and all of those things. And that again is where this little Tascam 10DRL is great, because the audio can translate to any of them. So anyway, this is our new little toy. We're going to play with this today sometime, hopefully. It's got automatic Wi-Fi download and some other cool features that we don't have in the 70D. And we're going to try the HDR video out this evening. We'll see if it's something cool or if it's just an overhyped feature, because the Red Dragon at $50,000 does a phenomenal job with HDR video. The Blackmagic for $10,000 does a phenomenal job. But can Canon do even a good job for under $1,000? We're going to find out. Now, we're trying to figure out how much of this type of acoustic material we need to block the reflection. Normally, about 50 to 70% of a room is done for a voice room, and that's for singers and people reading audiobooks. Believe it or not, this microphone here, I'm going to take the cover off and lean this into the picture for a second, hopefully. This little back piece is enough in this room that we don't need to, you see the microphone here in the back reflection panel, or anti-reflection panel. That's enough for this room to record audiobooks and commercials and that kind of thing very easily. And that's all we use. That's a Audio-Technica USB 2020 Pro, and I'll put a link for that down there too. It's a great microphone if you need to record podcasts and things like that. I have one sitting on my desk for podcasting, and just with that backdrop in a regular office, the sound is really good. We don't need any kind of treatment in my office. So we don't want to make this into a studio just covered with this stuff. So we're looking for a better way. And in regular TV shows, they use lavalier mics and they use a boom mic, a directional mic. It's called a shotgun sometimes, and that's this little Rode unit. And with all the black in here, I got to stand off to the side, but it's a microphone inside that has air on the outside, so the side noise comes in and cancels, so it's mostly focused in this direction, and that helps eliminate some echo. So we're hoping this studio is enough to where we can use this mic and be good. So what I'm going to do now is cut off this microphone, stop the camera, hook up that Rode. Alright, so now I'm recording just off that Rode microphone. It's set to plus 20 dB. I'm going to set a couple of settings and we'll listen to the differences here. Right now it's set to plus 20. The other thing I wanted to show you is that this picture actually hides some more acoustic fiber, that quiet fiber by Acoustablock, so that we can quiet the room down without looking like this Orlex foam. So we get the dampening in the room using that same stuff that we put in the walls, which we like a lot. Okay, so now what I've done is change the low pass filter on the Rode microphone. We'll see if that sounds different at all. Does it? Let's see if you can tell. Now I'm going to change it. Right now it's at plus 20. Some cameras allow you to change the microphone gain within the camera, and the recommendation from a lot of people out there is to take the Rode, run it to plus 20, and then run the camera almost down to the bottom and then come up 3 or 4 steps on the microphone sensitivity, because the camera amplifier is pretty low quality unless you get a really nice, like an XC15 or a C100, which we have. Those are our big outdoor cameras when we're filming the bigger episodes. They will have a better amplifier built in. And now the microphone is at minus 10 dB. Actually, I take that back. It's at 0. It's flat. So we were at plus 10. We're now at 0. And we'll talk like this for a minute, and we'll go to minus 10. So let me talk about a couple of other things. If we go outside, we do have some great lenses. Now, this doesn't mean for you to start videos you need this stuff. We actually started with a standard Canon Handycam. Okay, so I've grabbed this little Canon Handycam. This is it. This is the whole thing. This is how we shot the first several episodes. We used that microphone in there, but we cheated. We grabbed a $70 Rode iPhone microphone that plugged into the iPhone, and then we used Twisted Wave Lite on the iPhone to record. So we got the same sound quality we got with these 10DRLs, but I always had to have an iPhone in my pocket, which, if you forget to turn it off, or if you have a buzzer set or a timer or something, an alert that in 2 hours is lunch, buzz, it would interrupt the audio. So this, the Tascam 10DRL, this has just been the deal, unless this Rode sounds terrific right now. So there you have it. That's really all you need. We do have a couple of lights. There's just basic LED and fluorescent lights in here. We did not have lights for the first, 5 episodes of CoolToys, and for all of the old Beach Street News stuff, we shot it all either on this little Handycam. In fact, I think the first 2 years of Beach Street News was shot on this. Everything after that was a mix of that camera and the 70D that we're looking at now. So, and this, the 70D, and this new little SL2, the plan is these will be the studio cameras all the time. The cost of this is reasonable. This one, a guy posted online that he found one for 50 bucks, and he's doing all of his web videos with this. If you're going to make professional videos for your customers and reach out to get new customers, maybe not so good, but if you're just making videos for fun, or you want to make some good quality stuff at a very low budget, this is a great little camera. The SL2, the features in this thing for under $1,000, this is probably going to be my recommendation right off the bat. Great camera, a lot of fun. The 80D, its big brother, a little bit better lens comes with it. This one's only good down to an f-stop of 4.5, where the one that comes with the 80D is a 3.5. So not a big deal if you're not a professional photographer, something my wife would argue immediately. So there you have it. Hopefully that's been useful for you to see what little you really need to make videos for your customers and for your business, and to listen to the sound and the differences in quality to know what's good for you. And remember, that Rode microphone is in a room that's partially treated. We've got about 25% coverage between these acoustic panels and the pictures that are hiding more acoustic panels. So I'll give you a quick pan around the room so you can see a couple of these things. I gotta actually move. Okay, so there's the, you can see a dome light, an acoustic panel. The surfboard is a foam board for a reason. It actually has an acoustic property because it's foam, and then we have those foam panels there. And you see the microphone covered up there that we use for voice, and the second seat for when we're interviewing people. So, oh, look at that, autofocus is going nuts. And that's it.